Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. I am your friendly tarot reader for this evening. My name is Sophie. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for your subscription. If you are returning, welcome back and good to see you. Today I am using one of my favorite tarot decks ever, the Fortune Queen's Drag Race Tarot Deck, Volume 1. Both volumes of this by Wanyo Cristiani. He's an amazing artist over on Etsy. I believe he's based in Mexico City, which makes him even cooler. But yeah, it's all based on RuPaul's Drag Race, which y'all know I love. So yeah, I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. Please consult a professional for either of those matters. And the donation queue is currently open, and my basic menu of readings is posted at the bottom of the chat, starting with my basic mini reading, which is one question, and that consists of 5 cards and is a donation amount of $7.77 if you donate using Venmo, Cashapp, or PayPal. If you need to use SuperChat, it's $9.99. And then I offer my full reading, which is 10 cards, but that can also be split into 2 5-card readings if you would prefer, if you have 2 questions. That is $14.14. If you use PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, if you need to use Super Chat, it's $20.20. And then finally, I offer my in-depth or expanded reading, which is 15 cards, and that can just be 1 question, or split into 2, 1 10-card, 1 5-card, or split into 3 5-card readings. And that is $21.21 unless you need to use Super Chat, in which it's $29.29. And I answer all sorts of questions. I answer a lot of romance questions. For that, I always recommend my love reading. I developed that a couple of years into my professional practice, and it essentially answers 5 questions in one, 3 major questions in one. And it can be done using a mini, a full, or an in-depth reading. And it's at no additional donation amount, and it answers what their current thoughts are towards you, your person's current feelings are towards you, their current intentions, as well as their general energies towards the connection and your general energies towards the connection. So it's very in-depth and a very comprehensive reading that I highly recommend for those of you who are just, and it doesn't have to be necessarily for a romantic partner. It can be done, I've done the love spread for people's coworkers, friends, family members, pets, you name it. Anyone who you are curious about the way in which they regard you, I highly recommend that reading. And then I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Those are pretty self-explanatory. We ask your angels, messengers, and spirit guides if the person who you are curious about is indeed a soulmate of yours, and if the answer is yes, they'll explain why and in what context. If the answer is no, they'll explain why not. And then, but it could also be asked in, alternatively, we can just ask your spirit guides if they give their divinely ordained blessing towards this connection. And if you get a yes, that is definitely a soulmate, a romantic soulmate confirmation for sure. And those readings are a donation of $16.16, unless you need to use Super Chat, in which they're $23.23. And then I also offer past life regression readings. Those are pretty self-explanatory as well. I've been studying past life regression therapy since I was very, very young, and I discovered a way to channel people's past lives through the modality of tarot. About 2 years into my reading, 2 or 3 years into my private practice, my tarot reading practice, professional tarot reading practice. Yeah, it is endlessly fascinating. There's really no limitation to the type of past life regression question that we ask, or its meaning, or its intent. I think a really good starting point is always to ask, what past life of mine can help me navigate the challenges that I'm facing in this current life. But there's, again, really no limitation to the intent in which you ask. Past lives can explain irrational fears, certain desires we may have towards certain things, all sorts of things regarding our soul's tapestry, overall psychology, I would say. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who are no longer with us on this earthly realm. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation. I do need to know their name, their date of birth, their date of passing, and their relation to you. It's super helpful if you can provide me with a photograph of them, but it is not mandatory in order for me to get into communication with those who've passed on. But that is something that I would like to know before we get into contact with them, just so I can secure that connection with them. And that is a donation amount of $35 if you donate using Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo. $50.50 if you donate using SuperChat. And then I also offer private readings that are, of course, still online, but not over live stream. I offer them by appointment, over email, or DMs over Instagram, and those are done over Zoom, and it's just me and you, one-on-one. You can see me, you can hear me, you can see the cards. It's everything that you're seeing here. There's no limit to the number of questions you can ask. There's no limit to the number of questions I can answer. Yeah, it's just a one-on-one thing between you and me, and everything is private, and everything is at your convenience and on your schedule, on your terms, on your time. I highly recommend those for everybody, especially if you're going through something that's particularly multifaceted and has multiple layers, multiple levels of questions. Definitely recommend that. And then I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount over on Instagram, over voice memos on DMs, or typed over email. If you just send me your donation with your question, I can answer it usually within 1 to 3 hours, depending on where I am at. Those are especially helpful if I'm like traveling. But if you have a question and I'm not online, I can still help you. And yeah, it's at your, and it's also private. It's also private. It's not online. It's not over a live stream. It's not being broadcast over a live stream. So if there are issues of privacy that you would like to uphold and maintain, those are still regarded. And with that, yeah, the donation queue is open. So whoever donates next will be read for first. Thank you so very much, everybody. Hi, Julie. How are you, love? Thank you so much for your donation. Give me one sec here. Hello, can we find out why were you saying last time that in my next job somebody at work could be toxic? You got the Emperor reversed and Knight of Swords reversed. Can we find out why were you saying? Oh, yeah. Sorry, you just wrote the same thing. Yeah. Sorry, one sec, love. Let me just check one thing. Okay. Yeah. So you want to clarify the at your, and this is at your next job. You want to clarify that the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Swords at your next job. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Swords at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Knight of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Knight of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Knight of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed at Julie's next job. Messengers and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed at Julie's next job. Messengers and spirit guides, please clarify the Knight of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed at Julie's next job. Messengers and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed at Julie's next job. Messengers and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed at Julie's next job. Messengers and spirit guides, please clarify the the Knight of Wands reversed. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed at Julie's next job. And you are a Capricorn. Okay, love. Alright, we have Ten of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, Two of Pentacles reversed, Six of Cups reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands reversed, Knight of Wands upright, the World, Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups reversed, Six of Swords, and King of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands came out again. The Emperor is missing, but I am noting this King of Pentacles reversed here at the bottom, which is, in my opinion, very similar energy. the way that I read the cards. And the way that I'm reading them here in terms of clarification of these two reversed, I am currently looking for a new job. Okay. It does not look like a reassurance of a positive situation. It looks more like a deeper clarification as to why these figures are toxic. 10 of Wands reversed is telling me that either the Emperor reversed or that Knight of Wands reversed, or both, are not going to be particularly helpful. I get this is definitely energy of a superior in one's job that I'm picking up. They're not particularly helpful in you completing your work and accommodating you and able to do that. This is why I'm wondering if the next place is also problematic. Yeah. I think it's and what I'm seeing here is it's a matter of measuring, I guess, I don't know if it's levels of toxicity or varieties of toxicity, because what I'm seeing here is also poor communication with these two figures, with this Eight of Wands reverse. Also delays proving to be problematic and not of your fault. We do have the Knight of Swords reversed here, and then right underneath we have the Knight of Wands. I'm sure you remember your reading better than I do, love, in terms of the cards that I pulled for you. I don't know if I pulled the Knight of Swords reversed as well, but that's definitely it doesn't have to be an authority figure per se with them being knights, but this feels more like a toxic coworker who has difficulty in communication, in communicating, in delegating tasks and trying to manage tasks. Also some bullying energy with the Knight of Swords as well. And the Knight of Wands is not necessarily negative energy when I pull the Knight of Wands, but in terms of us clarifying these two negative energies that I picked up on, it does feel like one of them is a superior and one is a coworker who's just very difficult to work with. And I see that furthermore with this Two of Pentacles reversed. Difficult to juggle your work when there's people being difficult around you, as you've experienced in the past. And then we have the World right underneath that, which is kind of going back to what you were just saying and what I was just saying in terms of moving forward from your current work situation and evaluating. I don't want you to just assume that the next job is going to be completely 100% toxic, because I do feel like some of the negative aspects that you are experiencing at your current job won't be repeated at your new job, but some of them will. Some will be repeated, some of them won't. It's almost like swapping out difficulties depending on the job. And with the Six of Cups reversed, you may even have some, I hate to say it, but possible regrets leaving this job and moving on, even though I know that this job it sounds like it's definitely not serving you, and sounds rather toxic in and of itself. I don't remember all of the details, but I do remember you wanting to move on. And yeah, Seven of Pentacles is a card of frustrations, slow growth. And when I see it paired with the Six of Cups reversed, it's possible that there could be feelings of like, well, if I had just stayed a little longer at my last job, maybe things could have improved, which is not to say that it's not possible that things won't improve at your current job, Julie, because we do have this Wheel of Fortune here. I did clock this Wheel of Fortune, which is things changing, um, things coming to a close, and new beginnings opening up. But I see that possibly happening within your current job with this King of Cups reverse. It's like the tide can be, while the tide is high right now, things may, I can't promise that they'll get better at your current job, but what I'm clarifying here does not look much better than what you're currently going through. And then I see the Six of Swords here, which is all about wanting to get in your boat and move away to calmer waters. I get the sense that this new position, if you jump into a new position now, there would likely be some feelings of regret. And with this King of Pentacles reversed, as I mentioned, the Emperor reversed was not mentioned in this reading again, whereas both the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords were. But the King of Pentacles is very similar in energy to the Emperor reversed, especially when we're talking about matters of work. We're talking about a difficult and/or toxic, problematic superior at one's workplace. Pentacles, the workplace, monitoring the workplace. And so with what I do remember you telling me about your current job, love, it did sound like something that is rather toxic and problematic, and there's no promise that it will get better, and the only way to change that is to change jobs. I understand, but the clarity of those two reversed figures is not looking good. But that's not to say that the rest of the job would not be an improvement, possibly, from your current job. And I think that's kind of just the risk, unfortunately, at the end of the day, is that there's no promise that people won't be toxic or problematic or difficult, or that the job itself won't be not challenging in the work in and of itself, but I feel in other people, preventing you from doing your best work. People are lazy, and I'm being asked to complete the jobs of colleagues. That's very much this Ten of Wands reversed energy here, is picking up other people's slack. In addition to, and that's what I meant, not so by people not helping you do your work, but like it's not accommodating you and doing the work that you need to get done when they're putting extra work on your plate continually, because they're not picking up their slack. They're not carrying their share of wands. So it's something that I don't know. I don't know how many jobs you've currently been looking at. I would be hard pressed to believe that every single job that you've looked at is going to be like this. This is just speaking for one of the possible job situations that you might look at. And it did repeat both of those nights. And we do have two reverse kings here. So I don't feel like staying at your job is a good idea in the long term. I do think that you should look for something else, but it's kind of like with anything in this life. It's sometimes, I think you mentioned that the job just wasn't advertised. It's not what was advertised, and that can happen to us in dating. It can happen to us in our living situations, and it's the risk we take when we're stepping into a new venture, you know. But it's also not to say that it's a guarantee that every job's going to be toxic. I think patience is key here, and not just jumping right into the first thing that you find, but really looking into the next company that you work for, reading reviews of other of former employees or current employees, about their experiences there, gleaning more information. And I'm not saying that you're jumping into jobs, because you don't strike me as the type of person who jumps into anything. You're a Capricorn. Capricorns move very slowly and steadily, and methodically and tactfully. So I think that's really what's key here is definitely continuing looking for another job, but perhaps just spending more time in discovering and vetting each opportunity. Yeah, I don't think it's something that you should expect, that it'll just inevitably be a toxic situation as well. I think it's just about being more, perhaps just more discerning, taking more time, which can be tough, because it means you're sticking it out where you currently are longer. But really, like, yeah, gathering information on the next place that you work at. Thank you so much, Julie, for your donation. I appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity there. And we just received a donation from Shatiria. Thank you so much, girl. Did you have 2 questions, or did you want a 10-card reading? You're welcome, Julie. Thank you, love. Oh, the thing spelled your name wrong. Hi, girl. How are you? I want to know, has JJ thought about me today? We haven't exchanged numbers yet. Okay. So you guys didn't get to chat today? And did you want this to be a 10-card reading? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, has JJ thought about Shatiria today? 2 questions. Okay. He's a Scorpio, right? The Empress King of Swords reversed. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Excuse me, Judgment reversed. And the Fool reversed. You're not sure? Okay. I think you have popped into his mind with this Empress card, and when I pulled this first card, I like felt like not a shock, but like I felt like a certain energy about that card before I even turned it. But I don't think you've been like on his mind all day. I do think that he's got a lot going on. I don't know if you worked today, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. With this Eight of Pentacles reverse, that's telling me that he's had a lot of other things going on today. That was actually the card that we saw right yesterday. King of Swords reverse is also telling me that he's got a lot on his mind, a lot of other things going on in his world right now. You have popped up into his, in his consciousness, but he's focused on a lot of things. He's working on a lot of things, which makes me feel like he's at work today, or was at work today. And oh, he did work today, and you did not. Okay, yeah. And I think also another way that we do have to look at this is not to say that you don't mean something to him, and not to say that he doesn't, have because I think he's developing a crush on you, but I think we also have to look at this just in the way that men kind of just are, as opposed to women. We, not all the time, but oftentimes tend to think more about romantic partners, I think, than some males tend to. Just something I've noticed, or maybe it's something I've just like told myself to make myself feel better, but I with a lot of men that I know, even when I know that they like me, like they feel like a lot of men just aren't as fixated on matters of romance quite as much. Again, I'm not saying that he's not thinking about that with you, because I am. I do sense that. I picked that up yesterday. But he is very much like focused on where he is at the time with this Judgment reversed card and Fool reversed cards. Those are cards very much of like being in the present moment, staying in the present moment, staying focused when one's in the present moment. But he has thought about you today. You have popped into his head. Even though you're not at work, you've still popped into his head. But that is something that he's focusing more on at this time. And then you said you had a second question. What are his next moves towards you? Okay. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are JJ's next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what are JJ's planned next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning for his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning for his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning in regards to his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning in regards to his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning in regards to his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning in regards to his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning in regards to his next moves towards Shateria? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what is JJ planning in regards to his next moves towards Shateria? The Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Pentacles reversed again. The Sun reversed. The High Priestess reversed. And again, Judgment reversed. Okay. He does continue. He does plan on continuing moving forward with you, in regards to flirting with you, keeping that going. But when it comes to actually putting thought into, these are the next steps that I plan on taking towards Shateria, he hasn't put the thought into that. It's not something that he's really planned in a solid way, with like a solid vision. We have the High Priestess reversed and we have Judgment reversed. These are both cards of like of not making a decision, not having a solid plan, not having clarity. The Sun reversed. He's not sure. It's not something that he's put, like, I don't want to say he hasn't put serious mental thought behind it, but I think he's just kind of seeing where things are going organically and not trying to think too specifically about each step. I mean, it really is as easy as like, okay, ask her to coffee, or something like that. But I don't think I think he's just really, I truly do feel like he's enjoying what you guys have at this time. I think he wants more than what you guys have at this time, but I also don't think he's rushing into that either. I think that his heart was, I think that his feelings were rushing and getting ahead of himself. And I think I mentioned in the reading that I did for you yesterday that he was like, okay, I think I need to like pump the brakes a little bit here in terms of like how quickly things are moving. Because you guys do have to keep it, or at least he's taking into consideration the fact that the two of you work together. This Eight of Pentacles has shown up reversed twice now, and this showed up upright yesterday. And it's not to say that his feelings have changed. Well, we just started talking, so I think things need more time. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's really what I'm seeing here, especially with this Wheel of Fortune right here being the first card, is he definitely wants things to continue moving forward with you. He doesn't want to turn away from you. He doesn't, like, none of these cards that I'm seeing are cards that are telling me that he wants to stop talking to you or pull away or anything. Little bit of pumping the brakes, which I picked up on yesterday. But happy to see where this goes organically and not, not putting like, okay, I have to ask her out by this date and I have to, then it has to start with coffee and then it has to be dinner. Like, he's not too methodical in that sense. He's kind of easygoing, and is definitely enjoying how things are moving organically, which can be hard to find these days. I think he's definitely appreciating that. And also with this Judgment reversed, it's like I think he wants to just see where things go as you guys progressively talk more and spend more time with one another. I think the next step would likely be exchanging numbers. He'll probably bring that up. I'm assuming, and that's what I think he's assuming too, is that those things will come up in conversation in time. This Wheel of Fortune, like organically with the movement of time, right place, right time, which you guys are both in. No need to rush things. Yeah, it still feels promising. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Miss Shateria. I appreciate you, love, and I hope I brought you clarity there. And I'm excited to see where things go here. I think it's going to be good. So, yeah. Thank you, love. All right, so the donation queue is once again open. Open. So if anyone has a question, go ahead and send your donation, and I am happy to read for you. Thank you. Hey, Wendy. Hey, girl. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm doing well. How are you today? I've been a little sleepy beepy, but I think it's just the summertime and the changing. I love the sun going down early or later. I love that. Love the longer days. As you can see, it's in my eyes right now. But I do dig it. And I've got my poppy, not an Olipop, but I have a poppy root beer flavored. Cheers to that. Just using my time to look for jobs. Girl, I hear you. I have something I need to plan right now, and yeah. My card today was the Three of Wands reversed, which is very apropos. I feel gotta make some take some substantive action and planning in my life. But anyway, how can I help you, love? What is your query today? What does my spirit want me to do? The spirit guides want me to do more of? Yeah, I'm probably gonna ask myself the same question tonight. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, what do Wendy's Spirit Guides want her to do more of? We have Temperance, the Empress, Ten of Pentacles, Strength, and Queen of Swords reversed. Holy moly guacamole. You got some really, really strong cards here, girl. Speaking of taking decisive action, rewinding and mentally going back to the reading I did for you maybe 2 or 3 days ago, in which you had that Two of Swords and we wanted to clarify what that meant. And then I thought about it later and I was like, yeah, it's very much the opposite of the Two of Wands. It's about really like gleaning information as opposed to, and gleaning like decisive information as the precursor to the Two of Wands, just taking that action, but holding off on that action for now, but absolutely gleaning information with this Temperance card. And Spirit also wants you to know with this card that what right now is really a time of reciprocity. I mean, your spirits and your angels and your spirit and your guides always have your back and are always working with you. And from what they tell me, the clearer you can be about your visions, your inner vision board, the easier it is for them to meet you halfway and deliver on the other side. And right now they're saying like we are listening like closer than ever. We see that you have a vision, and the clearer you can etch that vision in your mind, the easier and more efficiently and quicker we can meet you halfway. Yeah, these are major cards. These are huge. You got the strongest card, in my opinion, in the deck right in the center here, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely in your Empress era right now, girl. You are fully seated in your divine feminine energies. The Empress is a card of creativity, being creative, steeping yourself in your creative energies. You are mother, you are woman, you are creation. You are a very creative young lady, and you know that. You're artistic, you're like creative in the very literal sense. I've been calling on them for help, and they hear you. They hear you loud and clearly, and they're ready. They're ready to provide you with this Ten of Pentacles energy that you deserve. That overall feeling of satisfaction in your life and in every aspect of your life, the whole 9 yards. Satisfaction in your work life, satisfaction in your living space, satisfaction in your social life, your romantic life, everything, the whole shebang. And right now, you have the strength of a lion. You have a lion's strength. You have so much fortitude and really solid mental energy. Do your very best with this Queen of Swords reversed to stay within the present moment, to harness the present moment, which it sounds like you are very focused on doing, and are already. I mean, this question was directly asking, what do your spirit guides want you to do more of right now? Harness the present moment. You're doing a great job of that already. Do your very best not to lament on the past, to just see the forward momentum, see the unbounded potential of your future with this beautiful infinity symbol represented on the strength card. Yeah, these are, wow, these are great. These are really solid cards, girl. I think, I mean, good Lord, for any question, I think these would stand the test of any question. This is just one beautiful energy. They have for sure been listening to your calls for guidance and assistance, and they have imbued you with very like amazing mental energy and clarity, drive, focus, vision, but the whole picture, like basically ask and you shall receive, with a special emphasis on getting down with your creative self. I admit that I've been feeling spiteful, but I'm using that energy to fuel me forward. And I think that's a very apropos word to describe the Queen of Swords reversed. I often refer to her as being resentful or bitter, which is not the energy I'm getting from you. But yeah, a little. Of course, I would have feelings of spitefulness, or something to that effect after what you went through, and what you've been through, and what you are currently going through. By the way, has he showed up at work? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but yeah, you've got a lion's strength right now. You can absolutely and will get through all this crap at your work with grace, and success. And yeah, this beautiful Ten of Pentacles, I can't ignore right here in the center. You know, I think this is the strongest, most powerful card in the deck. It's the whole 9 yards, girl. It's that, she's that girl. The Ten of Pentacles, she's that girl. And right in the center, holy moly. So yeah, right now is your time to shine. It's your time Not yet, but he'll be here soon. Do you know when? Or is it you just gonna pop up any day now? Well, tomorrow's Friday, so we've got so next week, I'm assuming. Lordy, lordy, lord. You're gonna handle it just fine. You'll be just fine. Who is he? You know, like he's nothing. And mind over matter. He doesn't matter. I've been going to Pilates and taking care of myself. I'm going to focus on what fulfills me. Yes, girl, yes. You're going to Pilates and you're checking out the hotties and you know you're feeling flat. Sorry, Madonna there. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. Yeah, focusing on yourself. That's that Empress card to self-love, self-care. I don't know how I skipped out on that one, but thank you for bringing that up. That's very much Empress energy. Going to Pilates, taking care of yourself. Absolutely. And that also, yeah, the 100% falls in the Empress energy. That you are well within right now. I love. It just depends on when he's done with putting out fire at the Vegas location. So that could be in a week or two. Oh dear. Okay, so it's kind of like it could happen, and you don't know. Okay. Damn. Yeah. I wish there was a more. Well, I don't know if you wish there was a more solid time frame as to when he's arriving, but so he can just drop at any time. Gotcha. But soon. Okay. Regardless, you've got this. And it's motivating me to look for a better job so I can get away from all this. Yeah. So much has transpired at your work, love. So much has changed and not for the better. And you've endured a lot there, and there's definitely something better for you out there. And yeah, I could absolutely see it really pushing you to find that job out there. I know is out there for you. And that's that 10 of Pentacles, that satisfaction, work life satisfaction. Um, yeah, feeling satisfied with what you have in your life. Absolutely. Yeah. So focus on it all. I know that sounds overwhelming, but we're also in a time, while are we currently in the blue moon? Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, now is definitely a time of reception of blessings. And if we are currently in the full moon, yeah, not a time to actually like take decisive action, but definitely like setting up all of the next pathways that you will be going in soon. And you're so welcome, love. You're so very welcome. Thank you. All right, so I've been on for a little over 2 hours, so we're going to do a last call for all donations. Yep, we're in the blue moon energy. I don't know why I read that as we're in blue moon energy drinks right now. I don't know, girl. I don't even know. So we're in it right now. So yeah, now is a time to glean information, get that information, but not to really move in any particular direction. But soon, yeah. Just gleaning that info. Last call, everybody, for all donations today. Thank you. I don't believe I'll be on tomorrow because it's Friday, so it's Shabbat. If I do go on tomorrow, I'll be on a lot earlier than I normally do. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you. Oh, girl, I don't know if you're still watching, but I got a text from. Hi, Marilyn. All right, absolutely. Thank you so much. I would love to read for you. Yeah, I got a text from that dude I went on a date with a few nights ago, and we saw that movie Obsession. I don't know if you've heard of it. Everyone should go see that movie. It's a really good movie. But it's about a girl that this dude makes a wish for this girl to fall in love with him, and the knife turns. So how witchcraft can be bad, which is true. And she becomes like madly obsessed with him. And he sent me a text today after not texting me for like 3 days, just going like, "Oh, that movie traumatized me." I'm like, that is not the thing to say. That is not the thing to say. Last call tonight. Last call, everybody, for donations. Thank you. Please send in your donation if you would like a reading. Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Marilyn, for your donation. By the way, did you realize, I don't know if you knew, you probably did, you strike me as a Marilyn fan, she would have turned 100, I believe it was 3 days ago, Miss Marilyn. And is that your name, love? Is your name Marilyn too? And what is your sign? And what is Rhonda's sign? I was gonna say, if your name is Marilyn, you know Marilyn, she's your icon there. Unless the two of you are, unless she's your doppelganger. Yeah, no, I realized, I was like, oh damn, she would have been 100. Shooty shoot. I always thought about that. I've loved her for years too. No, Christina, and you're Pisces, and Rhonda is a Leo. Okay. And how long have the two of you been friends? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Sorry, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Messengers and spirit guides, what is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Is this the first time I've read for you? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, what is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, what is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, what is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Ancient messengers and spirit guides, what is the current energy between Christine and Rhonda? Over 25 years, okay, long time. And this is the first time. Well, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for your subscription, and I am honored to read for you, love. My name is Sophie. We have the 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, 8 of Pentacles reversed, and 9 of Swords reversed. Oy vey, okay. Good news. I don't think that the friendship is over. I know you didn't ask if the friendship was over. You asked why she's distant. She's definitely, and I don't know when the last time you spoke to her was, and if you picked up on this the last time you spoke to her, but she's not happy, and I don't think it's something you specifically did. What I'm seeing here is someone who's depressed. I'm seeing someone who still values you, but Page of Swords reversed is someone who's not only depressed and under the weather. February, okay. Yeah, I have a friend. I've been friends with her for 27 years. And I haven't spoken to her since, February myself. Yeah. And I don't know if your friendship's kind of like that, if it goes in ebbs and flows, if there's like spaces that you guys have had breaks where you guys don't talk to each other for a while and then you start talking again and it's like you guys never stopped talking. I don't know if it's that kind of a friendship, but I kind of get the sense it might be. Because I'm getting that it's nothing that you particularly, that you did to upset her. She's 10 of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed is telling me that she's depressed right now. and she's withdrawing, and there's external factors in her life that are causing her to feel depressed in a way that's making her withdraw from not just you. I believe she's withdrawn from other people in her life as well. I get that energy with this Eight of Pentacles reversed, but we still have this Nine of Pentacles up right here, which is telling me that she does still value your friendship. This friendship hasn't come to an end, it hasn't come to a close, but she has a lot of worries and a lot of fears in her life right now, a lot of anxiety and depression that she also doesn't, she's afraid that if she were to reach out to you more, that she would end up trauma dumping. And that's not something that she wants to do to anybody at this time. So what I'm seeing here quite clearly is, again, it's not, I don't see you having done or said, I mean, maybe, you guys didn't get into an argument, did you? I feel like it's kind of like just been a gradual distance that's grown, but I don't think it's permanent. I also think it's cyclical, and I think it has to do with, again, external factors in her life that are, she's just got a lot going on, and it's not to say that she doesn't find joy in talking to you, or relief in talking to you. No, my mom passed in February and she didn't come to the funeral or call or anything. Oh dear. Yeah, that's actually really resonating with a friendship that, yeah, a long time friendship, long friendship in my life. I wasn't reached out to when something happened in my life, but it wasn't of that magnitude. But I also stand firmly with, again, that it's nothing that you did or said. It's what I actually see it more as, now that you say that, I get the sense that she doesn't feel strong enough to be there for you, and doesn't want to disappoint you, doesn't want to let you down, doesn't feel strong enough to be there as your friend right now, but also feels and believes that this friendship is strong enough to withstand the test of time, with this Nine of Pentacles here. But yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss, Christine. My goodness, my deepest condolences to you. Yeah, I feel people can, and I'm not making excuses for her at all, but when people sink into a depression, like I'm seeing her, people can become very selfish, and unknowingly so sometimes. Again, not making excuses for her at all. You went through something really major. And she should have, in my opinion, even though I do see and sense really depressed energy from her unrelated to you, I do think that she should have, just my opinion, I know you didn't ask my opinion, but should have at least said something. But I'm also not her, and another big part of the energy I'm getting is, yeah, she doesn't feel strong enough to help shoulder a loved one's burdens. So, but yeah, I don't think this is over. I don't think the friendship's over at all. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome, love. Thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate you. Yes, you too, love. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to do another last call for donations. I am more than happy to read for anyone. If anyone has any questions they would like me to answer for them tonight. Again, I will likely not be on tomorrow. It is rare that I go on Friday because of my Shabbat obligations. If I do go on, I'll likely go on like really early in the day, but I likely won't be on tomorrow. So I'm here now, so if you do have a question that you would like me to answer for you, now would be the time to send in your donation. Thank you very, very much. Last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, and big news, my Venmo is now back up and running again. Thank God. We love Venmo. And my Venmo was temporarily down for a few days there, and we got her back up. So Venmo is now working again. Last call tonight. Last call for any and all donations. Thank you very much. Last call for all donations. Thank you. All right, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so much, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.